Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Not the freak off. Oh my God. So they said the Lil Rod case or the court documents were amended today, so more people got information about what's going on. And so everybody is talking about the allegations against Diddy and Young Miami, all right? So this one part, and I'm not going to go through all of it. We just going through this specific part, all right? So it says Diddy asked Mr. Jones and D. Frost Taylor to enter the studio. He asked him for $100 bill because he wanted to do cocaine with it. Mr. Jones was scared. He was scared because Diddy asked him for $100 bill, okay? But luckily, he didn't have $100 bill. So Mr. Combs waited a little later to do coke with Young Miami. And so everybody's like, oh my God, Diddy and Miami was doing drugs together. Oh. But this next part is even crazier, all right? Because it says, Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would ensure the wiring funds transfer or cash payments to sex workers. Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, Brendan Paul, and KK will also be responsible for ensuring payment to sex workers in cash. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' sex workers and received payment via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill, which outlined defendants' ongoing criminal operation. So they're saying not only was Diddy doing drugs with Young Miami, he was also paying her for sex work. Now, remember, we had heard before that Diddy was giving Young Miami a monthly allowance, okay? Now, here's a few reactions on the internet. Somebody said, damn, Diddy court documents out. Young Miami be doing cocaine with him, acting like she innocent. They was wired up. Somebody else said, Young Miami doing coke and got some horny cousins. Because remember, they said the cousin did something to Lil Rod too. Diddy's sons are dirty as him. Diddy and his son shot a man and left him there. Diddy ruined Sean's life. Cuba Gooding is also a diddler. This ain't the last victim we gon' see. That's also why Miss Carisha's so damn quiet. Another person said, not Miami being a sex worker for Diddy and doing coke with him. And I got 3 more for y'all. This one says, of all the terrible ass things I'm sure are in this document, Young Miami doing coke is what was most important to highlight, because y'all see in the documents, it's not a lot that was highlighted, but they did make sure they highlighted Miami doing coke and that she was paid for sex work via wire transfer, right? And going back to this, niggas in court documents for sex trafficking and y'all bringing up cocaine, Young Miami doing coke is the least of the fucking problem. Laugh my ass off. And I think this person do got a point, but I got to report on it because this the only thing niggas seem to care about, right? And last but not least, this one says, Young Miami talking about where did the hate train come from? Bitch, you're literally weird, doing coke, sitting around complacent while your billionaire boyfriend drugged and R-word men and underage girls. Knowing all of these things and not saying anything is just bad. Now, listen. Do I think people should be making a big deal out of this Miami doing coke stuff and she was getting paid? Not really, because like other people said, it's a lot going on in these court documents, and I'm not going to sit here and go through it. Y'all can find another YouTuber who want to go through it. But I will say this. A lot of people feel like this Lil Rod case is a money grab. We'll see what happens with this, but think about all of the stuff he's being accused of in these documents. Yeah, that's the reason why he was raided. I told y'all already. But still, this is the guy who approached Diddy about some money he was owed after Diddy's last album came out. He didn't get the money. And then all of a sudden he comes with this lawsuit. I don't know how much in this thing is true or false, but I do know a lot of the stuff that I've seen in these documents have been rumored about Diddy before. And I would say that someone, if they wanted to bring a civil suit towards Diddy, they could just easily make up stuff that they've heard or was rumored about Diddy and put it in a whole bunch of court documents, and it can sound like it's true if it was presented a certain way. Just like I told y'all earlier, we had heard Young Miami was getting an allowance from Diddy. So somebody could stretch the truth and say, oh, he was giving her that allowance for sex work. When in actuality, we know that a lot of people mess with girls, give them money. You know, every girl I've given money to, was I paying her for sex? No. Sometimes you dating a girl and you help her out. Maybe she got kids and she got a little apartment, you help her pay rent. Do that mean that you paying for sex work? No. You know what I'm saying? But somebody could easily stretch that and say, you know what? Never Gave Up was paying that girl because she was a prostitute. Meanwhile, she worked at Wells Fargo or something like that. You know, but people would say like, hey, he was paying that girl off. You know what I mean? So it's just very hard to determine what's true or false in these documents, especially with this case specifically. A lot of people do feel like this Rod case specifically, I'm not talking about the Cassie situation, I'm not talking about anybody else's civil suit against Diddy, because he got a few. But this one just kind of smells like a money grab. And I do feel like a lot of the stuff we've heard before in rumor, and somebody could just say, you know, all of those rumors, let's just put it in these documents and see what we could get. That's kind of how I've been looking at this situation. Just with this case specifically. I could be wrong, but I'm not the only one saying this about this Lil Rod case, okay? But like I said, if it comes out and Diddy did all of this stuff, you know, lock him up. But, you know, I always want to try to stay in the middle, and I don't want to persecute nobody until, you know, they 100% guilty, right? And I think that's just fair when it comes to just anybody, not just Diddy, but anybody. It don't matter if it's, you know, somebody you like or you love. You just got to keep it fair because there are victims in this, and I don't want to be disrespectful to them, but we can't be disrespectful of the person who might be innocent as well, okay? So it's a lot, but y'all tell me what y'all think. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.